Migration. We all heard about it in the news in one way or another in the last years. And maybe we got to see migration as this large movement across countries or even continents. But what if I told you that one of the largest migration movements is one that we seldom hear about, while it is at the same time shaping and reshaping the future of whole continents like Africa today? The migration from the rural areas to the cities. But why is it? What is fueling this rapid urbanization in many countries in Africa? So, to understand this more, I traveled to Zimbabwe, where I met with Peter. Peter grew up like many in the countryside, doing small-scale farming, following the seasons with a small plot of land his family owns. Just stand. I will just film it.
It was life idea yakaoma taito dya muriwo usina mafuta taingodya mavheji anomgono mvura nemadomasi because tairima kumusha saka madomasi nemuriwo hataishaya tairima but chokuisa chacho matarima like fertilizer ataiwana fertilizer yekutisa patarima pacho tairima but hapana kwataenda but niya kuti tairima nemapadza because tasina mombe so tainyanyorima anga ari mavheji iwayo because aidiwo fertilizer shoma taikwanisa kuwanawo mavheji nematomatoes ndo zvataikwanisa kurima by that time.
But over the years, droughts, changing weather patterns due to climate change have been affecting seasonal farming in Zimbabwe a lot. Like what Peter's family did. It became ever more so difficult.
Even tapedza chikoro kuti tiwane mari chaiche kumusha because nyaya kuti akutenderere mari kumusha saka kuti tiwane mari takati kundadi kumbonotsvaga mari mucapital city. Let me go to capital city ndotsvaga mari hameno ndichanoona basa rei kuzve ndichanogara kupi kuti handisina accommodation. No accommodation kokusvikira kwacho hapana saka ndakaona kuti gendingoenda hameno whatever zvazvaita.
Cities like Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe, hold many promises, and are therefore the number one place people migrate to from the countryside. Before 2012, it was actually quite different. The balance of people moving to the city was almost equal to people moving back to their rural homes. It was sort of like a circular kind of migration that was happening. But that has changed in the last decade. Now a mixture of poverty, lack of opportunities and insecurities in livelihood, or just due to climate change, pushes people away from the rural areas to the urban centers in hope for new opportunities. In Zimbabwe, currently the urbanization rate is 2.5% yearly. That doesn't sound like a lot, but in absolute numbers, that means between 22 and 23, the number of people living in cities in Zimbabwe increased by 132,000 people. That rapid growth leaves little chance for the cities to adjust, build infrastructure, create new jobs and housing. So what leaves many of the new urban dwellers in the informal settlements in informal work with insecure futures.
Ndopandakaenda kudomboshava kwakuna bhazi yangu aigara ikoko ndopandakaona kuti kune varimi variko vanorima throughout the year havana season havana season vanorima throughout the year so that vandafunga plan yekupota ndinotaura nevarimi ndichivatengesera machemicals nemafertilizers saka ndakatanga kuita business rangu ndakatanga ne8 bags zefertilizer like 2013. People come and selling and buying gallons of fertilizers. So I was using.
Peter's story is a good example for how many start their new life in the city. Living in the informal settlements that lack often basic infrastructure, often first starting by living with friends or relatives. Many see the large informal sector as an opportunity to just start something, with the hope to build a life from there, like Peter did for many years. Starting first with a small business, by selling what you can get hold of, and then, if you're lucky and savvy, you can grow it over the years.
Ndapinda mushopu ndakatanga kutengesa zvichienda mberi na business zvingoramba business rinoramba richikwira ndakazotenge imba 2020 mafamidana vandazovakirwa amai kumusha ndavakira amai kumusha kwatakabva taiva nekitchen 1 yatairara taisheya amai nevana taisheya taingosheya vamwe kuside tichanza 1 kitchen takamaneja kuzovakira imba kune imba yatakavaka kumusha yekugara takavakira imba
Peter was successful in growing his business and moving out of the informal sector and the poverty that he experienced during his upbringing. But in a world where rapid urbanization puts massive pressures on the infrastructure and fabric of the city, not everyone is so lucky. That rapid growth leaves a little chance for the cities to adjust, build the infrastructure that is needed, create new jobs and housing. So that leaves many of the new urban dwellers in the informal settlements and in informal work, with pretty insecure futures. And the numbers are growing. By 2050, it is estimated that worldwide the number of people living in informal settlements will double to almost like 2 billion people. Therefore, when we talk about migration, looking at urbanization is an important lens to take a focus on. And it's also about learning to utilize opportunities that lie there. Maybe the answer lies in stories like Peter's, where the world can learn something from the flexibility, the grit, the creativity that lies in the informal sector, that can inform how the formal sector can adjust to create inclusive and vibrant cities, that then can tackle the growing role of our cities globally.